Welcome to the AI for Career Success video overview by Kurt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. Today, we're digging into a tool review that's based on Kurt's fantastic LinkedIn article from November 28, 2025. We're going to be talking about an AI that is quickly becoming the choice for professionals who value precision over just, flair. And its name is Claude. Look, everybody knows ChatGPT, right? It just completely steals the spotlight. But there's another large language model that's been quietly gaining some serious traction, especially for high-stakes professional work. So let's get into it and meet the AI that puts safety and depth first, way ahead of just raw creativity.
So who exactly is Claude? Well, it was developed by a company called Anthropic, and it's not just another AI model. See, it was built from the ground up with a really specific mission, to be helpful, harmless, and honest. And I want to be clear, this is not just some marketing tagline, it's the absolute core of its entire design.
And this right here, this quote from AI governance consultant Basil Puglisi, it just says it all. In a professional setting, an AI making up a plausible-sounding story, what we call a hallucination, can be an absolute disaster. Claude's built-in caution is designed to prevent that exact thing from happening. It values truth over a good story.
So how does it pull this off? It's through this really unique training method called constitutional AI. So instead of just learning from tons and tons of internet data, Claude is also guided by a set of core principles, a constitution, if you will. This whole thing shapes its responses to be safer and more aligned with what we value. It's kind of like giving the AI its own built-in ethical compass.
All right, so what can this conscientious AI actually do for you in your career? Let's break down its key strengths, because this is where Claude really shines and separates itself from the rest of the pack.
Let's start with a number that is, well, it's just staggering. 200,000. This is what's called Claude's token context window. But what on earth does that actually mean for you?
It means Claude can process and remember the equivalent of an entire novel in one single go. I mean, think about the implications of that for a second. Analyzing massive legal documents, entire code bases, or years of financial reports without ever losing track of the details. This is a total game changer for any kind of deep analytical work.
And all of this translates into some incredibly powerful advantages. That massive context window allows for unbelievably deep analysis. Its constitutional training makes it super resistant to generating harmful or biased stuff. And the latest models, like Claude 3 Opus, they're absolute powerhouses at complex reasoning, putting them right at the top of the industry for those really tough cognitive tasks.
But, no tool is perfect for every single job. To give you the full picture, we've got to look at the practical trade-offs that come along with all that power and, well, all that conscientiousness.
The trade-offs are actually pretty straightforward. First, processing that huge 200,000 token context, it's expensive, which can mean higher costs for you. The most powerful models can also be just a little bit slower. And because it's a bit newer to the scene, its ecosystem of third-party tools and integrations isn't quite as huge as OpenAI's, but it is growing really fast.
So, with all those pros and cons in mind, the big question is, should you be using Claude? Let's figure out who really benefits the most from its unique set of skills.
Okay, here's a quick head-to-head. Think of Claude as the cautious, polite expert in the room. The one who would rather say, "I don't know," than give you a wrong answer. ChatGPT, on the other hand, is often more assertive and is absolutely brilliant for creative brainstorming. The choice isn't about which one is better overall, but which one is the right tool for the specific task you have in front of you.
So who's actually finding Claude to be an indispensable part of their toolkit? Well, the source material we're looking at today highlights 3 key groups that are just a natural fit for what Claude can do.
For large enterprises, this means safely analyzing sensitive internal documents. I'm talking HR data or merger contracts, without having to worry about leaks or bad summaries. For startups, especially in fields like legal tech, it provides a trustworthy foundation for a product that absolutely cannot afford to be wrong. And for freelancers like technical writers or legal pros, that massive context window isn't just a feature, it's a superpower. It turns days of deep research into just a matter of minutes.
So let's pull all of this together. If you're going to remember just one thing about Claude, what should it be? What's its real identity in this crowded world of AI?
This is it, right here. Claude is the trace for professionals who simply cannot afford to make mistakes. When you are dealing with sensitive data, complex legal contracts, or in-depth technical analysis, its combination of a massive context window and a safety-first design makes it an incredibly valuable, reliable partner.
So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about for yourself. Depending on your role, your industry, the answer is going to point you toward the right AI tool for your job. There is no single right answer, but just knowing what your priority is, that is the key to working smarter.
Thank you so much for watching. This is where we teach you AI and help you get smarter than your competition. I really hope this overview gave you a clear picture of where Claude fits into the landscape and how it might just supercharge your own work.
Now, to keep getting smarter and stay ahead, make sure you subscribe to the AI for Career Success YouTube channel. If you found this useful, please do us a favor and give it a like, leave a comment with your thoughts on Claude, and share it with your network. It really helps us reach and help more professionals just like you. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.